Welcome back, fierce warriors and proud justice seekers. You are tuning in to Red Hunter, the premier destination where untamed fighting spirit and unyielding iron willpower take absolute center stage. We are thrilled to have you here as we dive straight back into the heart of the action. Today, we are bringing you the highly anticipated, intense breakdown of Part 2 of the Floweria Squad saga. Lilia Pink's gripping psychological interrogation continues deep inside the dark underground dungeon, but the atmosphere is about to shift in the most unexpected way. Get ready to witness a mesmerizing, high-stakes showdown where raw strength meets tactical brilliance. Sinister forces push our heroine to her absolute physical limits, challenging her pride and demanding complete submission. Will her unbreakable determination and fierce combat will be enough to hold the line when the odds are stacked heavily against her? It is an intensely calculated battle of minds and physical power that will leave you completely breathless and keep your eyes glued to the screen until the very last second. If you are ready to witness this breathtaking journey of unwavering female strength, make sure to smash that like button right now, subscribe to the official Red Hunter channel, and drop a comment below sharing your thoughts on her heroic resistance. For our ultimate and dedicated fans, don't forget to join our community membership at the Yellow Hunter tier or higher to unlock special perks, custom emojis, and exclusive premium content. Let's officially begin the breakdown. Let's begin. The story returns to the underground dungeon as Lilia Pink continues interrogating the captured demon soldiers. Calm but relentless, she applies psychological pressure in an attempt to uncover the identity of the hidden mastermind. Her posture remains firm and commanding, proving that intelligence can be just as powerful as physical strength. Yet despite her efforts, the prisoners stubbornly refuse to cooperate. Her posture remains firm and commanding, proving that intelligence can be just as powerful as physical strength. Yet despite her efforts, the prisoners stubbornly refuse to cooperate. The atmosphere changes dramatically when the captain steps into the cell. Unlike Lilia's controlled approach, his methods are far harsher and more aggressive. Even Lilia appears unsettled by the intensity of his interrogation tactics. However, the pressure works. The demon soldiers finally crack under fear and reveal critical information about the enemy leader hiding in the shadows. Lilia carefully studies the situation, realizing how quickly power can shift during psychological warfare. Back at the Floweria Squad Command Center, Lilia immediately decides to act on the newly gathered intelligence. She boldly announces her plan to infiltrate the enemy stronghold alone and eliminate the monster boss herself. The captain strongly objects, warning her that a solo mission is far too dangerous, but Lilia refuses to back down. Her fierce determination and willingness to face danger head-on demonstrate her independence and absolute confidence as a warrior. The infiltration begins. Lilia silently breaches the outer defenses of the Dark Fortress and enters the enemy's eerie inner corridors. She moves carefully, expecting ambushes at every corner, but strangely, the base appears almost empty. No guards appear to challenge her. Instead of feeling relieved, Lilia becomes frustrated by the silence. A warrior devoted to justice expects resistance, and the lack of confrontation makes the entire situation feel suspicious. The silence finally breaks when a group of demon soldiers suddenly rushes into the corridor. Lilia immediately launches into combat, defeating them with explosive speed and flawless martial arts precision. Her attacks are swift, disciplined, and overwhelming, proving once again that numbers mean nothing against a highly trained heroine. After defeating the final soldier, Lilia briefly lowers her guard. In that instant, disaster strikes. A powerful surprise attack crashes into her from behind. Emerging from the darkness is the monster boss himself, accompanied by two terrifying high-level creatures. Lilia quickly realizes she has walked directly into a carefully prepared trap. An intense battle erupts inside the fortress. Lilia fights fiercely against the two monsters, relying on agility and tactical movement to survive their crushing attacks. But the numerical disadvantage becomes overwhelming. Every time she pushes one attacker back, the other exploits her exposed position. Gradually, the relentless assault begins draining her stamina and forcing her onto the defensive. The turning point comes suddenly. One monster unleashes a massive dark tentacles that completely restrain Lilia's arms and body. She struggles desperately, but the grip is too powerful. The creature then channels sinister purple energy directly into her mind. The hypnotic magic weakens her consciousness, draining her strength and leaving her unable to resist. Overpowered by the dark magic, Lilia finally collapses. The monsters stand triumphantly over the fallen heroine before dragging her unconscious body deeper into the fortress. For the first time in the saga, the forces of evil achieve a devastating victory against the Floweria Squad warrior. Inside a hidden ritual chamber, the enemy begins their true objective. Rather than killing Lilia, they attempt to corrupt her mind and destroy her identity completely. Dark sorcery surrounds her restrained body as the monsters try to transform a symbol of justice into a servant of evil. The corruption succeeds. The light disappears from Lilia's eyes as she fully falls under the control of the enemy. She willingly puts on the dark uniform of the organization she once fought against and emerges as a sinister new lieutenant of evil. Her cold expression and emotionless stare create a tragic contrast to the heroic warrior she once was. This chapter delivers a dark but powerful story about resilience, pressure, and the psychological battles faced by modern heroines. Even though Lilia ultimately falls in this battle, her courage, independence, and refusal to surrender until the very end remain inspiring. Thank you for supporting Red Hunter. Stay tuned for future hero breakdowns and the next chapter of the Floweria Squad saga. If you enjoyed this analysis, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave your theories about how Lilia Pink might be rescued from the darkness.